What up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? It's your man, checking the whole Nizzy, live on the block. You know what's going on. Yes, sir. Live in effect. We always on the block, baby. The block be hot. I'll still be out here. Yes, sir. We got some more Cleveland Browns news. Browns news. I tell you what, man, in that game, Cleveland versus the 49ers, Shedeur did all right on that game for a second, game as being a rookie, getting in with the pros. I always tell everybody who's watching the game, who want to criticize Shedeur, and, listen, this is his second start, and this is his second week with the ones. This is very important to understand. Dillon Gabriel had training camp with the ones constantly. They had that chemistry, okay? Joe had that chemistry because he was with the ones. Shedeur was not throwing and participating with the ones in training camp. So, yes, we know he is a fifth-round draft pick. We know that. And Dillon's third. We know that, okay? Flacco's a veteran. He gonna go on there like it's nothing. He been there, done that so many years. So he's a veteran. So he can go into any team and just be in effect. But Shedeur and Dillon, they got to get acclimated with the players. Timing, everything. So we've seen enough of Dillon Gabriel. We see what he can do after 5 games. It's the same. We didn't see any type of hoorah, plays or whatever. Consistency of that or elevating his game from one game to the other to the next to the next. But Shedeur, given the same type of looks, same type of time and everything, give him some time with the ones, like he said in his interview. Everybody got to learn to gel and got to be and got to get acclimated with everybody. Timing is everything. Quarterback got to know when you coming out of your breaks, how fast you running. Are you a lazy runner? Are you always on charge up every play? Your quarterback got to know all these things about your tight ends, your wide receivers, and your blockers. He got to know who's going to block for him. Where's the weak point at on the offensive line? Where's the strong points at? Where's the big boys at? And just like when he was in Colorado, he knew before Jordan Seaton got there, that left side was getting ate up. So, yes, he took those sacks, but this is different. He had to get acclimated and get used to how they teaching you here because everybody is running and coming at you faster than what they were in college. College is different. When they pick you out of high school and you get in there and they want a certain amount of speed. They want you to lift a certain amount, bench press a certain amount. Same way with the pros, but they getting top notch. Everybody from college, they want 4.2, 4.3. They want that type of speed. They don't want nothing lower than that. That's starting. They want linemen at a certain amount of speed. So when they rush the quarterback, they know what's coming, how fast they coming. So nobody want a slow ass lineman, or a defensive lineman. No, they want powerful, they want quick, they want agile, they want athletic, they want all that. So they have in the draft, they pick that. So when Shedeur gets into play with the big boys, he has to see and feel. Like he said, he learns by feeling. He got to see and feel how fast the game is versus college. And then, like he said, a few coaches and a few analysts, they said, Shedeur, you cannot drop back. And then when the pressure comes, run backwards. You want to step into the pocket because your tackles and your ends, they're pushing them outwards. So they want you to step in. If you step backwards, you're going right to their arms, right into their arms. So we've seen progression, we've seen progress, we've seen adjustments from Shedeur so far. This is his second game. He's not going to be the savior because there's so many points on the Browns team that needs fixing, that needs tweaked. You know, they need so many linemen that's going to help protect them. They need so many receivers that's not going to drop the ball. They need fast receivers because if they're doing a 20-yard, 30-yard, they want them to get down there at a certain time because that line might not hold up that long. Well, this line's not going to consistently, okay? So you want speedy receivers that's going to hit their mark. And then the receiver and the quarterback got to be on the same page. They have to be on the same page. If not on the same page, trouble, trouble, trouble. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get mistiming. You're going to get overthrown balls. You're going to get underthrown balls. You're going to get misreads. Everything if he's not running with the ones week in and week out. So now I believe Kevin Stefanski announced that he was going to be the starter again for the third time against, I think it's Tennessee Titans. He's going to be going up against his boy, Cam. So that's going to be a very interesting game because they're both competitors. And, back in college, they train together, on the off season and then, preseason, college preseason, they go on vacation together when it's time for school break, spring break. So they're very close to each other. But being in the NFL, they ain't got time to be doing the whole type of